What to expect from London Marathon 2020? This year's London Marathon will not be anything like what we're used to seeing, with the COVID pandemic changing the dynamics of our everyday lives. But it will still be a very interesting watch, with the main event being the Battle of the Titans between Eliud Kipchoge and Kenenisa Bekele, where a world record will possibly be broken. So today I'll be going over what to expect from this out of the ordinary London Marathon. The race route for this year will be quite different than the norm. This year the racers will be doing laps around St James's Park, which is a 1.5 mile diameter. The marathon will be 19.8 laps of St James's Park, which isn't usually the case. The London Marathon is normally one big course of 26.2 miles. As a result, this could prove to be challenging for some of the athletes who are not used to running an excess of laps for their marathon distance. The amount of turning could prove to be uncomfortable on the ankles of the athletes, which could lead to slower times than usual, or even some people having to pull out. One thing for certain is the battle between Kenenisa Bekele and Eliud Kipchoge. The two giants of marathon running have confirmed that they will both be taking part, so it's anyone's guess who will come out on top. On paper, Kipchoge looks like the finished product, being the only human being ever to break the 2-hour barrier for the marathon and being the current world record holder. But Bekele, in all distances, poses a huge threat and is not to be underestimated, as he shocked the world, coming just a mere 2 seconds off Kipchoge's world record in the 2019 Berlin Marathon. The two have met 20 times in races altogether, but Bekele has emerged victorious in 11 of their 14 track meets. However, Kipchoge has once again proved himself as the master of endurance, having beaten Bekele in all 4 marathons they have competed in. Kipchoge has also only lost one marathon he ever competed in, coming second in the 2013 Berlin Marathon, which was only his second ever marathon. It is also confirmed that any records broken in the race will be eligible for a world record, so both Kipchoge and Bekele will have the world record time in their minds, providing an extra little competitive edge to look forward to when the day finally comes. This race will undoubtedly lead to fireworks and a possible world record, so everyone should make sure to set a date on their calendars as you don't want to miss this one. Be sure to comment down below what you think the outcome will be. Just a mid-video reminder to check out some of our other videos if you're enjoying this, and be sure to subscribe if you like the channel. Due to the national pandemic, this year's London Marathon will be for elite athletes only, instead of the usual 45,000 people mass event. As well as this, there are no spectators allowed, which could prove challenging for some of the athletes, as when you're struggling, the fans can give you that extra bit of motivation needed to push through the pain barrier. This could act as a spanner in the works for some people and change the dynamics furthermore for the Kipchoge versus Bekele battle. With all the changes within the racecourse, having many laps instead of a loop, and having no fan to cheer you on, London Marathon 2020 could turn out to be more of a time trial than an actual race. For those who had entered the London Marathon but are now unable to do it because the race is elite only, they are now able to do a virtual London Marathon on the 4th of October, so they can earn the medal and t-shirt that they otherwise would have missed out on. The entry fee for the virtual race is £20 for a UK runner, or £20 plus £5 packaging for an overseas participant. However, they are not encouraged to run on the original race route, as there will be traffic on the roads and you're supposed to run from your own home. If you compete in the virtual race or not, you can still defer your place to October 2021, and there will be a limited number of places for people who want to run the virtual marathon, as the places will be prioritised for anybody who had a place in the original marathon. But if you have any questions about the virtual race, be sure to comment down below and I will try my best to answer them. As well as Kipchoge and Bekele, there are also a few other athletes who you should watch out for in the race and who could potentially break another world record. One of these athletes is Kenya's Eliud Kipchoge, who took down Paula Radcliffe's world record last October in the Chicago Marathon with a time of 2:14:04, beating the previous record of 2:15:25 by over a minute. Eliud Kipchoge is also the youngest winner of the London Marathon at 25 years old. Another athlete to watch out for is Britain's very own David Weir, who will be hoping for a record 9th win in the wheelchair race, as well as the course record holder Manuela Shah in the women's wheelchair race, who will be attempting to follow her 2019 win with another victory. But regardless of the outcome, this will be a London Marathon like no other, and one that you should definitely tune into. So that's my explanation of what to expect from the London Marathon 2020. I hope you found the video interesting and are now more informed about what's to come.